Good, happy Monday morning, everyone, and welcome to November. It is November 1st, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to your morning news update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Let's get started right now. First up, Jerry Remy, longtime Red Sox broadcaster and former player, dies of cancer at 68. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
That subdivision won't build itself. You need equipment that's built smart so you can work smarter.
After a 13-year battle with lung cancer, Red Sox announcer Jerry Remy has died. Remy passed away Saturday night. He stepped away from his role as color analyst for Red Sox broadcasts back on August 4th to undergo treatment for the 7th time. He was initially diagnosed in 2008. A statement from Sox principal owner John Henry reads in part, "He devoted his entire career to baseball, and whether from his seat in the clubhouse or his perch above the field in the broadcast booth, he took generations of rising Red Sox stars and a multitude of fans along for the ride with him." Chief Baseball Officer Chaim Bloom saying Jerry Remy was more than a Red Sox legend, he was a New England institution. Remy was beloved by Sox fans for more than 40 years, first as an all-star second baseman for the club, then a coach, and finally as the quick-witted broadcaster.
The NESN broadcast won't be the same for us. And it hasn't been. When he's not there, I always say, Bogots. I miss him saying Bogots.
But whenever I heard him, on the Red Sox broadcast, it was truly special, and to see him, now that I don't have to hear that voice anymore, it's really bad.
Former Major League pitcher and Red Sox coach Bob Tewksbury of Concord was with Remy when the Sox broke the curse and won the 2004 World Series, the first of 4 World Championships the Rem Dog was a part of.
You get him in the broadcast booth and get him talking about the game, and his personality just ballooned. He became much more alive, I think, when he started talking baseball.
Now, Remy was a Massachusetts native. He was inducted into the Red Sox Hall of Fame in 2006 and then the Massachusetts Broadcasting Hall of Fame in 2017. Jerry Remy would have turned 69 on November 8th. Live in Boston, Jason King, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Halloween festivities held across New Hampshire. Drivers urged to exercise caution. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
That subdivision won't build itself. You need equipment that's built smart so you can work smarter.
Can I say trick or treat? Oh, there it is!
Loudoun's annual Trick or Trunk event returned to normal this year with kids going car to car instead of door to door at Recreation Park.
I prefer the trick or trunk.
Yeah, true.
It's just a bunch of houses right here.
Dozens of families and local sponsors decorate their cars and hand out candy from the trunk, a safe and convenient alternative to trick-or-treating.
Oh, it's awesome. Awesome. I'm really excited that we were able to get back out and do everything normal.
It's great because it's a little bit more than just going from house to house and people giving out candy. Kids get a little more, fun out of it.
The best part about this event, it's not just the kids who are getting dressed up and in the spirit, also the people handing out the candy.
This is The Princess and the Frog. We thought it would be cool because, teenagers don't really do this thing anymore. So instead of doing a bunch of other things, we were like, let's just do this year.
But not everyone passes out candy from a trunk.
We decorate porta potties instead of cars.
The costumes this year, quite creative. Some scary, some silly, and some refusing to break character.
We're looking a little old. We need some children to help us with these wrinkles. COVID was not very nice to us,
This year's Trick or Trunk looked different than last.
We used the whole field last year, so there was greater distance between each of the cars. Everybody had a table out in front, so we weren't standing like this with one another for COVID. So this year it's great. The kids are all having fun. A little bit smaller curve, but the parents seem to like that.
A larger crowd, more camaraderie, and most importantly, more fun.
It's great to see the community out here and have a place for kids where they can just be safe and run around and grab some candy and, lots of families coming out, so it's wonderful.
In Loudon, Scott Cook, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Busy road in Guilford flooded by heavy rain. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Calling all experienced fuel delivery drivers, HVAC techs, and installers. Palmer Gas and Oil.
Route 3 in Guilford impassable this afternoon in an area that's normally busy on a Sunday, with people like Pepe Herman trying to get to the hardware store.
It's a big surprise for me. I wanted to go to Lowe's, and obviously I can't go.
Both entrances to Lowe's and Hannaford blocked by floodwaters. Firefighters say some people got stuck.
We've had 2 vehicles that were stranded in the flooded water, and we had to assist those motorists out of their vehicles.
Lieutenant Jeff Madden says heavy rain overwhelmed a brook that runs alongside Lakeshore Road and backed up some culverts. This same area was flooded over the summer. Town construction and DOT crews are using pumps to clear it all out.
And we had an emergency at Shaw's down the road. We had to go all the way around to the detour, so it's certainly affecting emergency services too.
It may not look like it, but Madden says it's waist deep in some parts.
So don't cross any roads that have flooded water. So you don't know if the road is washed out below, just under the surface. Don't know how deep the water is, and you could get carried downstream. Here, fortunately, it's not a swift water issue, but could be in other cases.
As for Herman, he sees it as a minor inconvenience.
Well, we have to put up with it. It's not a big deal. I mean, by the end of the day, it will be okay.
Officials say that area is back open to shoppers, but there is still some water on the roadways. Fire crews also responded to calls for flooded basements.
Okay, well, there you go on that video and that report. Fundraising underway to help support family of New Hampshire State Police Sergeant Jesse Shirley. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
That subdivision won't build itself. You need equipment that's built smart so you can work smarter.
Just a salt of the earth kind of guy.
New Hampshire State Police Lieutenant Gary Prince knew Staff Sergeant Jesse Sherrill for his entire 19-year career with the state police. Prince was Sherrill's field training officer when he started back in 2002.
He worked very hard to do things the right way. He wanted people around him to do things the right way. He led by example.
But above all, Lieutenant Prince says Staff Sergeant Sherrill was a family man.
Was a great family man, a fantastic dad, always doing stuff with his wife and kids.
As you can imagine, it has been a difficult week for state police in the wake of Sherrill's death. His colleagues say they appreciate the support they've received from the public and fellow law enforcement.
It's a very humbling time, very sad time, but it's very nice to see how the community has come together to support the Sherrill family and the state police.
It's very sad, but it's also one of the proudest moments that you could have wearing this uniform. And just seeing the brotherhood and the sisterhood come together is it's an extremely proud feeling.
Now, the New Hampshire Troopers Association is making sure Sherrill's family is getting that same support.
Fortunate enough to partner up with the Greg Hill Foundation.
The foundation is collecting money donations. 100% of the proceeds will go to the Sherrill family. It's a way for Staff Sergeant Sherrill's colleagues to give back to the family of a man who gave to so many.
The best troopers that the state's ever going to have.
For more information on how you can donate to the fundraiser for the Sherrill family, you can head over to our website or mobile app. Reporting outside the Department of Safety in Concord, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Police investigating apparent shooting of New Boston home. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
For over 85 years and 4 generations, award-winning Palmer Gas and Oil has been serving community.
New Boston police are investigating reports of a house being shot on Popple Road. Investigators say that call came in around 9:45 last night, and upon closer inspection, police found the house was struck multiple times. People were inside at the time, but luckily no one was hurt.
Now police are asking people in that area to be on their guard and to check their doorbell cameras for anything suspicious.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Man accused of robbing CVS in Newburyport, Massachusetts, driving a truck with New Hampshire plates. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Calling all experienced fuel delivery drivers, HVAC techs, and installers. Palmer Gas and Oil is
In other news this morning, police in Newburyport, Massachusetts, searching for a man they say robbed a CVS and may have New Hampshire ties. Officers say the unidentified man gave a pharmacist a note claiming he had a bomb and demanded prescription drugs. He then fled with an undisclosed amount of drugs. A description of the man is here on your screen now. He's believed to be driving a blue pickup truck with New Hampshire license plates. Anyone with information about this incident should contact Newburyport Police.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Couple builds a massive Halloween display in Southern California. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Let's go help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Okay, who sat at my desk?
Finally tonight on this Halloween evening, one California neighborhood is not about scaring, but caring for the community. There's something extra shocking about the Halloween display in front of Mike and Dawn Stanley's home in Southern California.
We start planning that in January. The new thing we did this year was having the neighbors involved, and that really took it to another level.
Just building the ship of this homemade replica of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland took more than 2 months and brought the entire community together.
The past few weekends, right before Halloween came, we had nearly every dad on our street out here and all the kids running around. Everyone was like, what can we do? Can we do something?
The bonus is all these people are coming out and enjoying it. And that's when my wife said, hey, let's try to help some people since we're getting all these people here.
Every night since early October, Dawn and her friends have set up a snack table, hot chocolate, cider, and cookies, along with a jar for donations earmarked for the Fighting Fifth Marines out of Fort Pendleton.
This year, we're just trying to do even more for the community, and to raise money for the Marines is important to us. My dad was a Marine.
Sharing more treats than tricks. The Stanleys hope this aspect of the holiday is more appealing than ghouls and goblins.
Get out there, have fun with your kids, have fun with your family.
Do something good for the community.
Do something good for the community and pay it forward, and just let's all laugh and smile, you know.
Nice reason to smile.
Hi everyone, George Stefano.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for your morning news update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another news update. Thank you for tuning in for this morning news update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Goodbye, everyone.